What is going on, guys? My name is That Duck Sauce. Welcome back to the channel for the first episode in a new series called The Dark Council. The Dark Council is a series focused on the basics of Star Wars The Old Republic, as well as giving you a few tips and tricks which may help you along your way in the galaxy. If this is the first time joining the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well, guys, so that you know whenever any videos have been posted. Today's video covers Conquest. Let's get right into it, guys. So, Conquest is a personal and guild-based objective system which rewards you for meeting certain objective targets in a week's time frame. The game resets every Tuesday, and that is when Conquest would restart. You can actually access Conquest by either going to your toolbar and hover over the content and then bring up mission log, or you can press L on your keyboard. When you bring up your mission log, you've got your missions there, and then you've got Conquest here, which is your personal objective. As you can see at the time of recording, I currently have 6 days and 20 hours left to actually complete this week's Conquest. Conquest reset only a matter of hours ago. You can also see here that your target is 50,000 points. And underneath it is a stronghold bonus. Mine is 130% because I have still not unlocked a couple of the rooms on Rishi Stronghold. The more rooms that you unlock in each of your strongholds, the higher your bonus goes, and the maximum bonus that is available is 150% at the time of recording. As you can see here, we have a list of objectives. You can sort by the name, the points, progress, repeatables, tracked, and type. So I sort based on type. Within this, you have crafting options, in-game events like Relic of the Gree or Rakghoul Tunnels. You also have rampage events go on. Those can vary from planet to planet, but you would also typically have a galactic rampage as well. Eternal Championship is on there as well. There is also flashpoints available. Chapter Master, which is for the expansion packs. Heroic missions, which can vary from event to event and area to area. Operations, and then Activity Finder, which can cover both flashpoints and operations in there, as well as a socialite to be able to complete a certain minimum required amount of those activities. That can vary from flashpoints, uprisings, starfighter, war zones, or operations through the group finder. Galactic Starfighter and war zones are also in there as well, guys. So you can complete those particulars in order to earn a reward in the form of points, which goes towards your total over here. And then once you actually receive 50,000 or more points, your character will be through Conquest. When the timer reaches 0 and the game resets Conquest, you would receive a mission alert which would pop up over here on your mission tracker, like as if you've actually sent a companion out on a crew skill mission or on a gathering mission, for example. It's one of those kind that pops up. And within that, it will actually show you exactly what the rewards are that you have unlocked for the character. There is also, on this tab here, the list of provided rewards. So you will get a small amount of credits. You will also get some Galactic Renown points, which may vary depending on whether there is actually a boost currently in operation on your character. So you will receive a small Conquest equipment crate, which will give you an assortment of equipment and a guaranteed unique item. They do link to the RNG, guys, so please bear in mind your character's minimum average item level, which will impact what rewards you get in your small Conquest equipment crate. You also receive a handful of 100 tech fragments. You receive a gathering lockbox, which provides 3 different decorations for your stronghold. You receive a 25,000 credit certificate, which can be redeemed at a vendor. And you receive 2 of the solid resource matrix, which are one of the new crafting materials that recently came into the game. So we've covered the personal conquest there. Next is the Guild Invasions tab. And your guild officer or guild leader would be able to set a target for your conquest objective for the week for the guild. Now, this will vary, the planets will vary, the target's total does remain the same on a week by week basis. A small yield would actually only require 500,000 points. That is basically 10 guild members or guild characters getting put through conquest on that particular faction. A medium yield is 2 million and a large yield is 5 million. These will also vary the rewards as a guild. So as a small yield, you will actually receive quite a small amount here. You will receive a small equipment crate, 300 tech fragments, a 50,000 certificate, 2 more solid resource matrix, and also a reinforcement component. Plus you can also redeem one of the flagship plans, or you can redeem a small satchel of crafting materials. As you move on to the medium yield, that's where the results start seeing a big increase there in the resources. So you get a medium conquest equipment crate there, 400 tech fragments, 2 of the 50k certificates, 3 solid resource matrix. You still get the reinforcement component, but the satchel of crafting materials upgrades from a small to a medium, and you've still got the flagship plans available there as well. As a large yield, however, this is where you get a large conquest equipment crate, 500 tech fragments, 3 of the 50,000 certificates, 4 solid resource matrix. You still get a reinforcement component, but your satchel of crafting materials becomes a large one. You still also then have the flagship plans available as well. So within that extra increase in your target, you will see the rewards will become bigger and bigger. Within Conquest for this particular week, if I sort it by type, one thing that comes to mind straight away is looking at what the particulars are that are available. So aiding the war effort tends to become a more prevalent crafting objective, and it is infinitely repeatable, and you can do that particular one by donating War Supply Invasion Force to the war effort. So you can stack 10 of the War Supply Invasion Force, right click on them in your inventory and trade them for a certain amount of points. However, there are other crafting options available as well. As you'll notice there, Aid the War effort, as I've already said, is infinitely repeatable. When you look at the crafting dot project in this particular week, it is only once per conquest. Once I have actually crafted that dot project, I cannot unlock that objective again in that week. You also have some there, like the crafting inventor, which is crafting 50 of any item, which are infinitely repeatable, and that can be a good source for people to be able to meet conquest objectives, because some players will focus on a particular area of content more than another, i.e. I always focus my conquest on either crafting, flashpoints, or PvP. Other people may prefer to focus more on the in-game events like the Ratghoul Tunnels, Relics of the Gree, or some people may want to just focus on doing a couple of operations in the week. So it's important to bear in mind and try to plan ahead, especially if you do have a large number of characters that you know you can get through Conquest. The week just finished today. I actually managed to get 7 characters through Conquest, which was a pretty good achievement really in the grand scheme of things, whilst also recording and streaming. If you have a look in your materials inventory, you can see there that you get some flagship plans in there, and you can actually use those to either upgrade your stronghold, or you can actually upgrade the guild flagship, or you can basically sell them on the GTM for some credits. So there are always some ways about it in terms of what you want to do with them. It depends on whether you're just using a bank alt for a guild, or whether you're actually maybe leveling your guild flagship to a certain level to be able to unlock certain perks. I would like to show you guys what some of those rewards can be depending on the outcome of Conquest. So let's nip on to one of my other characters for a moment, and I can give you a better oversight of what those rewards look like. Okay guys, so I've just logged in on my Sith Marauder Clara Duck, and straight away it's come up with here Guild Conquest Reward Yavin, which was the medium objective that we had actually set as a guild. My character was successful in meeting the Guild Conquest Reward. So straight away I get the 400 tech fragments, I get a medium conquest equipment crate, 3 solid resource matrices, 2 of the 50k certificates, and I also get a reinforcement component. I then get the choice of whichever one of these rewards that I want. I'm actually going to go for the engineering encryptions, and then when I press OK, and then I bring up my inventory, these will be in here, and the flagship plan will have been added there. You'll notice from the previous clip it was on 3 and it's now on 4, so it automatically adds those materials into your materials inventory, which overall makes things easier for you. In terms of the crates themselves, I mean, you get renowned cash in there anyway, which is part and parcel of the renowned system, but you also get the medium conquest equipment crate. Now I'm going to right click on that, and as you can see here, I get a couple of the blues in here, so I get 282, 281, I get a 282 there, and a 280 there. However, you'll notice there that I've got 2 of the golds, which one of them's a 278 and the other is a 281, and they are subject to your item rating on here. It's important to try and make sure that you level up your equipment on an even basis so that your item rating goes up, and then one area is not overly compensating the other. I have a 304 chest piece on here, which I dropped during an operation. However, I have a 278 waste, so that is just going to completely skew my item rating overall. And that just about covers Conquest. If you have any other questions, please leave a comment in the description down below. Don't forget to follow the channel with a subscription, and make sure that you turn the notification bell on so that you know whenever any videos have been uploaded. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Take it easy.